This second test is actually our alternate route in case there's traffic on the way to Santo Road. So it's a little bit shorter, but it's still a long enough test drive to highlight some of the car's ride and handling attributes. So again, like I said, this is our smooth road suspension compliance test, and transitioning to our rough road suspension compliance test. And if you saw the first video, you probably saw the car bouncing left and right. Again, I said this is a very bumpy road here on Mercury. In the video, it actually looks a lot worse, because when you're actually driving the car, you're not feeling the shakes or anything like that. I mean, you can definitely feel the car hit the bumps, but the suspension soaks it up. The chassis doesn't get upset. This area, especially right here, you can feel it going left and right, up and down. Again, this is one of our other tests, which is a slow speed uphill test, which you saw in the first video. So we're going to turn up the AC when the car straightens out. We're going to punch the gas all the way. Again, people look at the Scions, especially the XB and XD, and they think it's got like a 1.3 liter motor or 1.5, so they're always concerned about the power going up a hill, keeping up with traffic in the freeway. But they do more than fine. This next one is our low-end torque test. And the best way to find out to see whether or not a car has any low-end torque, from a complete stop, get on the gas. Does it push you back into your seat? It does. Whether it's the XB or XD, one thing about Toyota motors, or in this case, I guess you can call it Scion motors as well, we have plenty of torque. The first gen TC had it, and next gen TC will definitely have it as well, because that grows in size from a 2.4 liter to a 2.5 liter. Again, while the car is at the stop, great way to check out visibility. Forward, back, two sides. Rush hour traffic, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and everyone's already going home. Bad timing to record a video. While we wait, I guess I can show you the sound system of the Scion. I'm going to select instrumental station. Like every other sound system, you can adjust the bass, the treble, the fader, and the balance. It also has acoustic sound levelizer. So as the speed increases, the volume will increase either +1, +2, or +3. The feature that everyone likes is our digital sound processor. So this is regular audio, home stereo, and live concert. Regular, home, and live. We were the first car company to have auxiliary input. Came up with a direct iPod connection in 2006. For 2010, we're now using USB connection. This is our high-speed horsepower test. Again, keep it at 10. punch the gas. Unfortunately, these guys are going to ruin the test, but we're going to slow down anyway. And unlike the first test where we're going to take it all the way out to Santo Road, this one we are going to go to Kearny Villa Road. And again, test out the power, freeway speeds. Looking at the first video, I definitely saw a difference in the frame. Video frame. When you're watching it, it does feel or does look a lot bouncier, but when you're actually driving the car, it's a lot smoother than what the video represents. So we're going to exit off Kearny Villa, and you can test out the brakes here as well as far as brake modulation. I'm at 57, 55. Get on the brakes. Is it pretty linear? Is there any nosedive? And one thing you'll find out with Scion's EBD, electronic brake force distribution, depending on whether or not you have one person in the car or 5 people in the car, it'll automatically evenly distribute brakes to where it needs it the most. So you'll never ever have to worry about nosediving the car in an emergency situation. This is Kearny Villa Road. It's a good test for medium speed, also suspension compliance. It's a mixture of rough roads and smooth roads. And what you're looking for is basically feel the chassis of the car, feel the suspension of the car. Again, like I said, the framework in the video, it looks like it's a lot bouncier in the video, but once you drive it, it doesn't feel like that or it doesn't look like that at all. Another brake modulation test, 150. There you go again. No nosedive. You don't feel the rear end lifting up when you're getting on the brakes. We're going to turn to 163 South, and this is our handling test on the second alternate route. So what you want to do, make sure it's clear, get on the gas halfway, follow the yellow line, keep your hands at 3 and 9, follow the yellow line, follow the yellow. And again, like I said, what you're looking for is the chassis of the car, the steering feel. We are on the 163 South, near the 52 West exit. Very bumpy part of the freeway. Not the smoothest. thing that's also nice with Kearny Mesa Scion is that we have dedicated test models. A lot of times people come in and they either test drive a Honda or even a Toyota or a Nissan or a Chevy or Ford, and they're like, yeah, we didn't really get a chance to drive it too much. We made 4 right turns, or you drove for about a mile and came back. A lot of it is because that car that you're driving, they want to sell. So they don't want to put too many miles on that car if you don't buy it. But with Kearny Mesa, we've always had test models. So as far as our test loop or our test route, it averages about 7 miles both ways. So you're gonna get a good feel of how the car drives, how the car feels, as opposed to your basic test drive, which is basically 4 right turns when you go to other dealers. Some people do ask, do your test models have any performance accessories on them, or suspension accessories, or the only accessories that we put on our test models is primarily aesthetic accessories like spoiler, fog lights. The alloy wheels are the standard factory size wheels, so if the factory sizes are 16s, the alloy wheels we put on are 16s, so it doesn't affect the width of the tire or the width of the wheel to benefit the handling of the car. And on the interior we'll have stuff like Bluetooth, armrest, leather. Because one of the hardest things about Scion being mono-spec, it's very difficult to see a Scion with accessories. So when people come in and say, well, what does the rear spoiler look like on the XB and TC? Well, here, look at our test model. Here it is. What about the fog lights? Our test model has it. Is leather available on the Scion? He goes, here, let me show you our TC, which has leather. So, but all our other vehicles, you'll see at our dealership, is just standard equipment with floor and cargo mats, and that's it. And then any of the accessories that you see online, we install here at the dealership, so you can kind of build your own Scion. And we're back.